When finding correlation coefficient in your calculator for two variable statistics, there are times when you may not be able to locate it even when following the correct steps. This is a default setting in your calculator, and so in this video I will show you how to locate the right settings in your calculator so that it will show up when you attempt to calculate it. So to start off, I have two sets of data in my calculator, and so I'm going to go through the steps to find correlation coefficient. I first press the Stat button. I press the over arrow to highlight Calc at the top of the screen, and then I go down to option 8, Linear Regression. After I press Enter, this next screen shows in my calculator. I double check that my lists are correct for both X and Y. And for my values, I have them in list 1 and list 2. So I'm going to arrow down. I don't have any numbers in a frequency list, but if I did, I would just hit the second button and then come down to my keypad and enter the correct list. Since I don't, I'm going to leave it blank. I then come down to Calculate and hit Enter. As you can see, if I'm looking for a correlation coefficient, or R, it is not on my screen. The calculator does give that value, it is just not showing currently on the screen. To have the calculator give that value, you first have to hit the second button and then come down to the bottom of your keypad where it says Catalog, and you're going to press 0. This next screen shows with a bunch of different options, but you're going to scroll down to where it says Diagnostic On, so you have to look for the D's. And it shows it right here. Make sure your arrow shows up on the left-hand side for Diagnostic On, and then hit Enter. It will show up on the screen with your cursor blinking next to it, and then all you have to do is press Enter. It will now say Done on the screen, and so your calculator will now give you correlation coefficient. So if I go back through the process, press Stat, go over to Calc, and scroll down to number 8. Press Enter. Everything is already set up, so I'm just going to go down to Calculate and press Enter. As you can see now, it gives you the values for R and R squared. So if you go through the process and you don't see R and R squared in your calculator, you can just go into the catalog and turn Diagnostic On, and it will give you correlation coefficient.